So on Friday, Wildcard decides to drop Community Crunch 368, an update to the ASA roadmap. You'd never guess what the update was. I'll give you a hint. It's happened for every DLC that they've released since the game came out. Another fucking delay. It's crazy at this point. Like, I really don't get it. They didn't even have to hit a specific date last time. Before they announced this, they did not even have to hit a specific date. They said at the end of August to make sure that they didn't have to hit a specific deadline. They gave them a little cushion, you know. Oh, we didn't say by the 20th. We said the end of August. So they could have dropped it on the last day of the month. I don't know if it's like the 30th or whatever, but they still fucking missed it. They still missed it. So they pushed the game back to, let's see, October 2023. So Ark Survival Ascended won't be coming out until October 2023. It gets a lot worse. It gets a lot worse than this. I mean, first of all, you see the fucking comparison photo that they dropped with this Community Crunch. Do you see this? Let me go to the bigger one. This is the picture comparison from Ark Survival Evolved captured in UE4 to captured in UE5 and Ark Survival Ascended. What the fuck is this? It looks like all they fucking did was make the pictures brighter. Maybe added like a few little more scuffs on the club. Like, is this real? There is no way that they think this is good. There's no fucking way that they think this is good. I would say I'm not surprised, but I'm actually surprised at how fucking bad the comparison photo is. Like, after all of the community crunches that you've done on Ark Survival Ascended so far, this has got to be the worst one. This has got to be the worst one. Not just because of the delay news. The picture comparison is literally the same fucking thing. It's like they typed in Gamma 5 and console commands. They just made it fucking brighter. This is fucking ridiculous. I don't know how they're getting away with this shit. Honestly. I just don't know what to say about it. Like, after much deliberation, we've decided to delay the launch of Ark Survival Ascended to later this year and ship the title on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and PC in October of 2023. So basically they say they found it challenging to work with UE5, but at the same time, incredibly exciting. We're discovering new ways to push the technology to the next level. Combined with the work needed to support a fully cross-platform moddable game ecosystem on consoles and PC, it's clear that we'll need a bit more time. Is it such a bad thing if you pick a date way behind what you actually think it is? And then if y'all get finished before that date, announce it earlier. Then the fans would be happy instead of fucking delaying it. Every time you set a release date, you delay it. It's insane. But it gets better. We've also decided to separate the release date of the Island and Scorched Earth. With what we've learned about remastering the Island from the ground up, it wouldn't be feasible to complete Scorched Earth to a standard we're happy with. So for now, we're going to plan that Scorched Earth will be coming to ASA in December this year. Ragnarok and Aberration will follow in Q1 of 2024, and the rest of the maps beyond then. So they just gave themselves 3 more release dates. 3. They have to have the Island map done in October 2023, which is in 3 months. If they release it at the end of October, it's 4 months. They have to have Scorched Earth done by December, and Ragnarok and Aberration have to be done in Q1 of 2024. They just gave themselves 3 more release dates that they won't be hitting. In my opinion, they should have just said whenever they thought they were going to have the Island map done, and then left the rest of it out of, like, just say that you're going to be working on the other ones. Don't put a release date on it, because you know you can't hit them. You know you can't hit. You've never hit one. But yeah, that's that's another part of the news. The only map that's going to be coming out on release is the island. So yeah, there's that. Now the next thing they say is Ark Survival Ascended will now be launching at an early access price point of $45 with a launch discount bringing it to $40. So not only did they delay it, they also made the island the only map that's going to be out on release, and it's going to be released in early access as a remaster. Them releasing it in early access means they're going to release it fucking broken again, just like the first Ark. God, man. I want to be excited for this game. Like, I love Ark, but what the fuck are y'all doing? What the fuck are y'all doing? It's fucking amazing. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? But yeah, thank God for the fucking $5 discount, you know? Whew. That was close. Almost had to pay that extra $5, you know? I'm not worried about the other stuff as long as I get that $5 discount. We had initially planned to ship with more content on day one, but that won't be happening, obviously. So we're adjusting the launch price accordingly. So all the shit that you just dropped on your community, but at least we get a $5 discount. Am I right, boys? Oh my God, dude. We know you really want to get your hands on ASA, and we appreciate the support and enthusiasm. We're going to do our best to work hard to make sure that we can deliver a tremendous next-gen Ark experience that meets both your expectations and our own. Well, to meet y'all's expectations, just release it now, basically. Like, I honestly don't think y'all have a fucking clue what the community wants. Just fix the fucking bugs. Fix the exploits. Fix the bugs. Stop the cheaters, and we're good. How hard is that? How fucking hard? You think we want this? Is this what you think we want? A brighter pickaxe? Jesus Christ. And then they say that covers the big news. We know there's still a fair bit of time between now and the launch, so hang in there. It'll be worth the wait. In the meantime, here are some answers to questions we've seen come up over the last few weeks, as well as address some new points. Here are some answers to some questions we've seen come up over the last few weeks. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for you. They don't mention the fucking ban thing that happened with the 90-something players with Shockist, Hod, Montage, and who else was it? Shockist, Hod, Montage, and Xfibo. They don't mention any of that. Seems like they're answering some questions, but they're not answering the right fucking questions. Or what about the structure comparison that I mentioned in my last video that y'all got called out on? They don't mention that either. You just mentioning the questions that you want to answer. You mentioning the questions that don't make you look bad. What are you doing? The art community is not going to drop it until you fucking answer these questions. I've never seen a game dev company do the amount of shady shit that y'all have done to y'all's community. Never. It's ridiculous. And y'all need an answer to it. So one of the questions they answer is, when will we see gameplay? We know you're excited, curious, and skeptical. We understand. Our plan is to show gameplay close to the launch of ASA, as that'll be when it's completely ready and best represent the final product. So you'll have to stay tuned until then. Whatever. Is there going to be a change to the date when Ark Survival Evolved's official network comes offline? We're now planning on shutting down the official network on September 30th, given the slight delay in the launch of the game. So the official network on the first Ark Survival Evolved, them shutting it down got moved back to September 30th. I don't know what the original date was, but the new date is September 30th. When will we be able to access our save files? We're currently working with Nitrado to make sure that the save file system works, and we'll be providing instructions on how you can get them when they're available. Our intention is to take multiple saves at different times so you can choose which is most relevant to you. with Scorched Earth being delayed, will there still be server transfers? We won't be supporting server transfers at launch. This feature will become enabled when Scorched Earth releases in December. So for the first 2 months of Ark Ascended being out, you're only going to be able to play on one map. If you want to play on a different map, you got to create a new character. You're not even going to be able to transfer it to another server. Why are they doing that? I have no fucking clue. But I think it's dumb. Only being able to play on one map is dumb. Everybody's going to get raided within the first month, and then there's going to be 1 or 2 tribes left on each server, and they're just going to hold it down until Scorched Earth comes out. And those 2 tribes aren't going to be able to raid anybody else. They're only going to be able to raid the smaller tribes that build up on their server. They can't transfer and raid the other big tribes. It's kind of dumb. How long should we expect the title to be in early access? Ark Survival Ascended will leave early access in late 2024 once all the content has finished its next generation remastering. Late 2024, the game will still be in early access all the way until late 2024. So over a year for a remaster. Are there going to be any changes to the release order of certain content? Generally, we will keep the canonical maps released in the same order. We may make some adjustments with some of the non-canon maps and release them sooner, but that honestly depends more on our pipeline, so we'll announce them accordingly. So in other words, the maps that they made, like the non-player made maps, are going to stay in the same order, but some of the other maps like Ragnarok or Crystal Isles or Fjordor or Lost Island, some of those might get released in different orders. But for the maps that they made like Island, Aberration, Scorched Earth, Gen 1, Gen 2, all of those are going to stay in the same release order. Which that's not a big deal to me. I don't know if anybody else cares about that, but it's not a big deal to me. Will we be seeing more ASA concepts? I don't know who asked this question, but it was probably no one. You probably got this question from literally no one. We don't give a fuck about your ASA concepts. We want to see some fucking gameplay. We're talking about the game was supposed to be released next month, and now it got pushed back to October, which is still only 3 months away. We want some fucking gameplay. Fuck your concepts. I know I'm being really harsh, but like, you keep doing shit to your community that is fucked up. You repeatedly delay every DLC, every game. You're silent when it comes to the major problems that people are bringing to your attention. You don't answer a single problem. You go silent when it comes to every single real problem. You only talk about the little bullshit like when will we be seeing more ASA concepts? You think that's one of the biggest questions that your community is asking y'all? You know it's fucking not. You know that is not one of the main questions that your community has been asking. We want to know why those 90 players got banned by the publisher of Ark Survival Evolved. We want y'all to address the real reason on why y'all aren't releasing gameplay and why y'all are releasing these fucking pictures that mean nothing. I'll show you exactly why these pictures mean nothing. Look at this. This is the picture they gave us for the Ark Survival Evolved UE4. This is what it actually looks like in game. This is the picture that they said come from Ark Survival Evolved. This is what it actually looks like in game. This is why these concept pictures mean fucking nothing. They mean nothing. Show us some fucking gameplay. Next thing they say is, what about creature votes? They'll be continuing to run. In fact, the team has been working on the design for the Gigantoraptor from a conceptual point of view, as well as the actual gameplay mechanics. And we can't wait to show that to you in the weeks ahead. I mentioned Ark Genesis being released on Nintendo Switch and a Switch sale until July 20th. So the lead community manager for Ark, Cedric, made a tweet about it and says, "Not ideal news, I know. It's bittersweet because while I'm excited about what this means for the product, I realize what this also means for the community. Hang tight." For the people that say, I'm okay with them pushing it back as long as they make it polished or make a good product, that doesn't fucking happen. And it's really not even about them needing time or whatever. Don't announce release dates you can't fucking meet. They have all the time in the world until they set a date that they say the game is going to be out by. The second they do that, They're giving the community expectations that they need to meet. If you don't think you're going to have the game done by the release date that you are about to announce, don't fucking announce it for that release date. Give yourself some space so you don't piss off the entire community. Let's see if Dolly, the product manager, has anything to say about it. It doesn't look like it. She replied to a Elon Musk tweet that is talking about limiting the amount of posts per day that you can read temporarily, and says, imagine thinking limiting engagement on your platform is a good idea. I don't think y'all are in any position to be giving other companies business advice. Just fucking saying. Yeah, the temporary limit on Twitter sucks. You can only read 300 posts a day if you're unverified. But like I said, y'all are in no position to be giving other companies business advice. Maybe you should focus on your own. And then Caesar posted a tweet about it and says, this is worse than just an outright delay. We're getting a 2-month delay at least with no server transfers and only island at launch. December scorched earth comes and server transfers open, which effectively means PvP will be completely dry for the first 2 months. Epic, which I mentioned the same thing earlier. And then some dude on his tweet replied and said, whiners and complainers everywhere. Caesar says, bro thinks he's on the team. The devs aren't going to see this, bro. You dropped this on a little clown mask. And the guy says, and you're a pile of shit under my shoe. And then I replied and said, so you're standing in shit? If you're going to insult somebody, like, don't set yourself up, bro. Come on. I couldn't help myself. I had to reply to it. Then Caesar does the fucking getting dunked on gif. I just want to say, all this in the video is strictly my opinion. If you don't like it, I honestly don't give a fuck. But, you're free to have your own opinion. And I made a video a few days ago talking about all the bad shit that they're avoiding for Ark Survival Ascended. If you want to check that out, I'll leave it on the screen. Leave me a like if you enjoyed the video. It helps push the video out to more people. And y'all let me know y'all's thoughts on this. I really hope none of y'all are taking up for them in the comments. They've been doing this shit since the day the game came out. There's no excuse for it at this point. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.